Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to show you the AC mod we did here in our fifth wheel. We saw on YouTube, a lot of YouTubers were doing this AC modification that was improving the airflow on their AC and the efficiency by 50%. Now, when I pulled the cover off our AC, I discovered our plenum, or the hole right here, that's what it's called, where the AC is installed, was not as deep as the ones in the YouTube video, so we couldn't do the full mod. So what I did do is completely seal the plenum with tape and made sure that the blowing side or the cold side was completely sealed off from the return side or the warm air side. Both sides are completely sealed, and it did improve the efficiency of our AC system. Maybe not 50%, but it improved it enough to where it's very, very, very noticeable. So if you can't do the full mod, then you can at least do what we did, and it'll make your life a lot easier, or excuse me, a lot more comfortable in your rig. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this cover. I'm going to show you what we did. I'm going to explain to you how the modification, the full mod, works, and how just the regular AC system is really not that efficient. So let me get this pulled off and show you what I did. Okay, I got the cover removed, and this is just basic setup on how the AC was. The difference is, you see all this metal tape? I did that. I sealed all this up. This was not sealed at all when I pulled the cover. Also, this divider between the cold air side and the warm air side, or the outflow and the intake side, was kicked off, or it wasn't quite in position. So I was actually losing some cold air. I had some cold air being sucked up into the intake. And the way these AC systems are designed is, the blower comes in, the air just kind of creates a little vortex here and finds its way into the ductwork. Really inefficient. Now the mod is you completely seal up the plenum. I had to clean this up. There was a lot of spray foam kind of just boogered out everywhere, so I had to trim all that, clean all that up. I had to clean up the wiring with some zip ties, and then I had to go in with metal tape and completely seal the plenum all the way around. Completely seal it. Then I was able to add a little bit of foam here toward the top of the ductwork to hopefully kind of channel that air into the ductwork a little bit. So it's more of a partial mod. I was also able to use some of that tape and seal the cold side or the blowing side from the intake side. Now I actually need to put a little more tape on this side to make sure it's completely sealed. I'm glad I pulled this and I caught a mistake, so I'm gonna put some more tape on this side, make sure this is totally sealed. Now what this did, by completely sealing this and adding a little bit of foam, I wasn't losing any cold air. And adding this little bit of foam in this channel, it has increased the airflow through the ductwork. Now the full mod, you put a piece of foam toward the top of the ductwork, and then you create what they call a TP, which is more foam angled toward the bottom of the ductwork. And what that does is actually forces this cold air directly into the ducts. So there's no more vortex or just swirling around. That air has no choice but to go directly into your ductwork. And they're saying on the other creators that have done this are saying that it has actually increased their airflow by doing this like 50%. We weren't able to do the full mod, but our airflow has been increased, I'd say about 25 to 30%. It really has made a big difference. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the cover back on here. I'm going to fire up the AC, and I'm going to show you how it's made a difference. Let me go ahead and get this cover back and back on, and I'll get right back with you guys and show you the difference. Okay, I got the cover put back on, and to show y'all the difference, and you're just gonna have to trust me on this one, before the mod, the shades on either side of our bed in our master suite did not move. They were perfectly still. Now it got really cold in the master suite, but like I said, the airflow was not as strong as it is now. Let me show you now what the shades are doing. And like I said, you're just gonna have to trust me. They were perfectly still before I did this mod. Now look at it. The movement on them is like crazy. They're moving a good 1.5 to 2 inches, blowing back and forth, where they were not doing that before. We're not moving like that before. Perfectly still. Also, in the bunkhouse where Faith was, it would get really warm during the day. I don't know how she could stand it, but after I did the mod on both ACs, now in the bunkhouse, it doesn't get really warm anymore. Actually, it's comfortable in the bunkhouse, and it cools off a lot quicker and stays cooler. And the ACs during the hottest part of the day don't run continuously either. They actually shut off like they should shut off when they cool off and it hits the set temp. So whereas this mod we did wasn't the full mod, and all I did was seal up the plenum, seal up the cool side from the warm side, or the outflow from the intake, just sealing everything up where I'm not losing any cold air, made a tremendous difference. So guys, if you can't do the full mod, look it up on YouTube, AC mod. And if you can't do the full mod, at least you can seal everything up and make it better like I did. Now, if you thought this video was helpful, please give us a thumbs up. And we would really appreciate it, and you would help us out a lot too if you would hit that subscribe button and also ring the notification bell when we post new videos. Because we are going to be posting a lot of new videos coming up. We actually begin our full-time RV life journey traveling August 28th. And we'd like to take all of you with us, and we'd like to share our lives with you and our experiences as we travel the Emerald Coast of Florida down into the Florida Keys. So thank you for watching this episode. Thank you for visiting our channel. And like we say in Louisiana, laissez le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll, and y'all have safe travels out there in y'all RV. We'll see you next time. Thanks.